Hi, this is Pat, and in this tutorial we're going to talk about adding news to your website. Once you've built your website, one of the most common features of managing the content on your site will be adding new news stories about what's happening at the parish. In this example, we'll be using our sample site and we'll be adding news to our parish news publication. So let's get started. First, we'll need to log in and go to our organizational hub. And there we'll see top publications. Now in this example, you'll notice that there are a total of 4 publications. So here in Parish News, we see that there are 6 articles, and in this other publication, we see there are 1. Also, you might notice that you can create podcasts with this feature. So search for podcasts in the video tutorials to learn more about those. Let's say that we want to add a new news story to our website. So here we'll see Parish News, and to the right of that we see Add an Article Here. Now we'll want to be cautious to make sure that when we're adding new articles that we select the publication that we want to add the article to. You see, publications are collections of articles. So let's take a look at this Parish News publication, and here we see the articles that exist. We can see the date that they were published, whether they're included in the RSS feed or not, and we can simply click on the live view to open up that article and get the detail about the article. If we click Add an Article Here, that will open the form where we can create a new article. So for this article, I'm just going to copy a recent news story from the Episcopal News Service. I'm going to paste the title in there. I'm going to select a date. Now, if I select a date in the future, that article will not show up until that date arrives. If I select today's date or a date in the past, as with this article, the article will show up as soon as it is published. So let's go to December 18th. There we are. And I'm just going to copy a variety of content. We'll just take a bunch of it. I won't grab all of it for this example. I'm going to paste that into the story area. And the start of story, you can put all of the news story in the start of story, but if you want to define where the news break comes in, so here we see an example of where a break is, you can put the start in the beginning, and you could put the rest of the story over here, and that will force the system to put the break right here. Okay, now promoting an article places that article above other articles. So you might have an article that you want to be at the top of your news list. Checking the promote box will do that. You can decide whether you want to share that news everywhere or if you only want it to show up on your website. Things about a vestry meeting or other simple business you might want to only show on your website, but by default the news stories are shared everywhere, and we'll take a look at that in just a minute. Also, you can select whether or not you want comments and whether you want those comments to be Facebook generated or not. I recommend using Facebook comments, and you can add an image to a story. So to add an image, just scroll down to your recent images. And let's just put this image into the image URL, and then we can make a caption, and we'll just say, Episcopalians making Christmas plans. You can set the width of that image in the story, so let's just leave it defaulted at 100%. You'll see how that is in a minute. You can also embed a PDF, a video, or a video in the story, In this example, I'm not going to do that. There are other tutorials that describe that process. And if you'd like the story to go to an external website, you can include that external website URL here. I think that's a very uncommon process. And so the most common process will be to add the story content, the title, and the like, and then clicking Create. Now let's go back over to our website and refresh our news story. And there we see that story. And when we click on the link, that takes us to the story detail. And here we see that image is full width. Let's maybe adjust that. So I'm going to go back into that story, and I'm going to change the image width to 33%, and then click Update on that article. And now when I refresh, this will give you an idea of how those image widths work. Now, one of the great things about adding news to your site is not only will those news items show up on your website based on how you have your news feed set, but that news story will also be shared on the diocesan website, on other parish websites, and really all around the denomination. Let's take a quick look. Here we are on the Diocese of Southwest Florida website, and we're looking in their news section. And over here we see around the diocese, and we see that Church of the Good Shepherd has added a news story. So let's take a look at that. You see that link takes us out to that website, and they've included an audio. Again, you can search more about doing audio in news stories. Not only is it included on the diocesan site, but here we see that same story as well, linking back to the parish website on the Diocese of Alabama, and literally thousands of websites around the world. Now, each of those links point back to your website and really improve the search optimization and visibility of your news around the community of faith. So let's just take a quick review. Adding an article to your website is really easy. Find the publication that you want to add the article to. Click Add an Article here and complete the form fields and add any images or copy that you would like.